Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Watson, and in this video we're going to be looking at the top 5 quotations for Ebenezer Scrooge from Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol. Please bear in mind that these are only 5 quotations that I think are particularly interesting. There are, of course, many others in the novella as well. So the first quotation is, "Hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire. Secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster," and the narrator says that in stave 1. So the context of this quote is it talks about the impact of isolation. Some individuals are happy to be segregated and not be part of Victorian society. They are detached from the real world and become distant from real life and emotions. The themes explored in this quotation are isolation, vulnerability, and rejection. In terms of language, we have similes with hard and sharp as flint. This describes Scrooge's harsh character, whilst solitary as an oyster tells us that he is lonely. There's also sibilance in the rule of 3, which makes him sound harsh. Are there no prisons? Workhouses? The treadmill? Decrease the surplus population? Now, these are a few different things that Scrooge says to the portly gentlemen who are collecting for the poor, also in stave 1. Now, the context of this is that Dickens highlights how hard-hearted some parts of society were. These people often gave the poor no real respect. He disliked it and likely wanted us to hate it too. The themes explored in this quotation are social responsibility and empathy. With regards to language, this comes across as negative and offensive when Scrooge refers to institutions as being adequate help for those who are in need, as opposed to family or benefactors. Belle says to Scrooge in stave 2, "Another idol has displaced me, a golden one." This conversation comes at the end of Scrooge and Belle's relationship. She feels as though she has been forced aside by Scrooge's love of wealth. The themes explored here are wealth and love. There's a noun phrase with the golden one, which refers to Scrooge's pursuit of wealth and riches, which has proven hugely damaging to his relationship with Belle. "Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone." Scrooge says this to the ghost of Christmas yet to come in stave 4. This shows Scrooge's transformation. He begs for redemption and insists that he will change for the better. Dickens could be showing that everybody, even the most unpleasant of people, have the capacity to change. The themes explored here are change and redemption. There's a contrast here with earlier in the story when Scrooge did not care or take responsibility for his actions. The exclamative shows that Scrooge is desperate and afraid. He cries out, hoping that the spirit will offer him redemption. Sponge away could be interpreted as a metaphor, meaning to wipe out all of Scrooge's cruel past so that he can begin again as a new, changed man. And finally, "I've come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?" And Scrooge says this to Fred, his nephew, in stave 5. This is another example of Scrooge's new personality. He accepts the invitation given by Fred at the beginning of the story, showing how he has changed. The themes explored here are change, redemption, and family. With regards to language, Scrooge asks a question. He's not sure whether or not his nephew will welcome him into his home, knowing how he has treated him in the past. This shows a newfound self-awareness and empathy that Scrooge lacked in the beginning of the novella. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you found it useful. Feel free to add any other quotations about Scrooge in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.